So, good morning. This is my reading for the week ahead. Excuse the awful first card that we have for this week. I am running late because I had the pleasure of doing side or the Norse shamanic work by Zoom last night, and then by phone this morning. So I'm still trying to ground myself after 4 hours of shaman work. So that's quite nice. Unlike this card, so the card to represent the coming week is the Nine of Swords. Nobody's favourite, arguably the darkest card in the pack. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lovely to have people here. I always read all the comments at the end, but I will focus on the card right now. So the thing about the Nine of Swords, to me, in my opinion, all of the swords here represent our mind. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety and worry, overthinking, not seeing things clearly. I mean, let's be honest, I don't care whether you want to talk about COVID or politics, whether you're in the UK, the US, wherever you may be. I think all of us are feeling the burden of anxiety at the moment. Okay, the key with the Nine of Swords, there are two key messages here. Number one, you can't outthink the Nine of Swords. Okay, I think wherever you are on that COVID continuum, whether you fully believe in it or whether you think it's a complete scam, I don't think the answer is quite that easy for any one of us. The key thing with the Nine of Swords, if you notice on I know it's hard, on the camera, but the red blobs, as you may see them, on the quilt are red roses. The red rose represents the physical body. The key, I think, this week is to get outside, take a walk, go for a swim, do some exercise, do some yoga, do your stances, eat well. The key thing is try not to get caught up in your own head. Okay, with the Nine of Swords for the coming week, switch off the news, switch off social media, and paint, craft, walk. Don't allow the fear to dominate you. That is the key thing. And there is the advice for the coming week. Temperance. Temperance is about balance. Okay, we know temperance is about balance because the angel has one foot in the water. That is your inner journey, connecting with whether that's meditation or spiritual practice or mindfulness. And he has one foot on the earth, which is your physical, doing exercise, eating well. That is how any one of us stays balanced in these, to be honest, dark and difficult times. Okay, we also have balance here because we have a lot of fire symbols. We have the sun rising, we have the upward triangle, we have the sun glyph, we have the enormous red fiery wings, and then we have a lot of water as well. So this is about balance. And I always think with temperance, the key thing is to take every moment as it comes. Temperance is a beautiful card of just being perfectly in the moment. And I think that is how we have to live this week, being perfectly in the moment. If you're watching the news and it's stressing you out, turn it off. Yeah, if you're having a Facebook argument with someone that disagrees you, step away. If you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and overwrought, with the red roses there, make a cup of tea, get out of bed, go for a walk, do something. I think for all of us, the key this week is to stop overthinking. One of the reasons I love tarot, and I really, really have never, ever got bored of tarot, I don't care how many readings I do in a day or a week, it never bores me. Because with 78 cards, every time I read, for every single situation, they're unique. And now we have... This is the week to clear the mental crap. This is the week to detox yourself mentally, okay? Because we go from the Nine of Swords to the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is truth. Now, I am not suggesting that by the end of the week we're going to have the truth on politics, COVID, or anything like that. No way. It's going to take a lot longer for that to play out. This is personal truth. I think the Ace of Swords is saying that each one of us now needs to really honour our own truth, honour what we need to do on a daily basis. The single sword We have, which is just one truth, our truth, your truth, my truth for me. And we have the olive branch for peace on one side, and we have the laurel branch for victory on the other. I think this week, be honest with yourself. Okay, if you're not coping, and I know so many, I mean, I've had about the crappiest week I've had in a year, and in my life, that's pretty tough. You know, speak your truth. If today is a dark day and you're struggling, light a candle. Reach out to a friend, watch a movie, do what you need to do to get through this time. I know it sounds selfish, but the honest answer is if you meet your needs, then you will have the space and the resources to help somebody else who may also be in a very difficult space. Because the card at the bottom of the pack is the Seven of Swords. Now, I mean, I love the Seven of Swords, blue sky thinking, but it is also deceit. I would argue that there are people on every side of every argument at the moment that are manipulating the truth. Okay, I am staying very neutral on this, but I believe that to be true. The good side of the Seven of Swords is its new ways of thinking. It's the sense of opportunism here. And however crap the outer world is, there is an opportunity for every one of us. For me, side by Zoom, never would have thought about it, never would have wanted to do it. And yet last night I had an amazing session, which was just beautiful. That was my opportunity from COVID. I get to work with people that I could not work with because they are too far away from me. So on the one hand, I think this is the week to, if we go back, yeah, a lot of us are like that. Not again. Oh, Christ. Whatever, whether that's personal, whether it's political, whether it's the pandemic, I think a lot of people are like that. Find your balance. Do what you need to do to get through this week. Be very honest about where you are in your life and what you can and can't do. And be aware, I do think that there is deceit on every side of every argument at the moment. But I also think these difficult times will lead to new opportunities. So find them now. Okay, find them now. So I hope that is helpful. I'm definitely trying to balance my life at the moment. I'm going to aim to take a bit more time off this week from client work. It has just been a really tough week, both with sad news, somebody that I was very, very fond of dying, and family struggles with ex-husband. Yeah, to me, it does feel quite catastrophic energy-wise, and I'm going to be following this down to the letter, really getting up on a day-by-day basis and being honest with myself about what I can manage, which I can say tonight is going to be whichever the latest Marvel movie is my kids are up to. I think it's one of the Avengers movies, and a no-cook dinner. So I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll be back tomorrow with my card of the day.